Hello,
Hi.
welcome to Cliff Alerts. Today we're going to be talking about OWN Network's reality-based TV series, Put a Ring on It, Season 3, Episode number 3.
And we will be focusing today on Alfonzo and Shay. We're a little late with this one. We had some technical difficulties, so here we go.
The episode starts off with Shay being upset because she feels like Alonzo is too excited about going out on his dates.
Yeah, and Dr. Nicole didn't send them out on dates this week. She decided to give them a one-on-one counseling session at their home.
Yeah, Dr. Nicole says that if they're going to make this thing work, if they're going to make their relationship work, then they have to make it happen by being clear about how they communicate and also doing it in such a manner that is clear about what it is they're trying to convey to their partner.
He doesn't understand why she does not trust him.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem like to me that Alfonzo is committed as Shay may want him to be, or Shay needs him to be, or that he needs to be able to make it through this process, to be able to decide, okay, am I going to put a ring on it, and me and Shay going to get engaged and then move forward, with plans of marriage, or am I going to just go my separate ways? She go her separate ways.
Like Shay, to me, is hard to watch. She seems like an open wound. She's in a lot of pain. I understand that in this series they must have spoken with a counselor, or psychologist, or therapist regarding emotional well-being, but Shay doesn't seem like she belongs on this show simply because she's so emotional and she's so hurt. It looks like if Alfonzo twitches, she is gonna act up, and I think it's painful to watch. So I'm not sure how Shay's gonna get through this whole series, simply because she indicated that she's not gonna make it easy for Alfonzo to date. And I'm sure she's aware of the contract and the premise of the show, so she's gonna be acting up a time or two. Hence, I'm not sure if this is gonna work for her.
Yeah, it's obvious that she's still got insecurities that go unaddressed, and as long as that happens, she is going to have issues.
Right, and
issues.
It doesn't help that Alfonso has disrespected her. Doesn't help that his mother has disrespected her, and truthfully has disrespected herself. If she finds some sort of clarity, she will find out that maybe Alfonso is not the one for her, and she could step aside and maybe be by herself for a period of time until Shay gets Shay together.
Yeah, but she's not the only one, as far as I'm concerned, with issues. Alfonso's got his as well.
Absolutely.
Even though he works in the entertainment business and industry, he
Ross.
looks like a little bit like Rick Ross, and he actually works for him as well.
Right. He is actively acting like he's a single man when he is in the club.
But at least he acknowledged during their individual session where he and Shay met with Dr. Nicole, that what he needs to do is start being a little less friendly with people and keeping business and keeping personal, and valuing her enough to make sure that if somebody else outside of their relationship crosses that line, then he's got to check her.
The whole piece about Alfonso seems to be like he had multiple indiscretions, and she doesn't trust him at all, even for a television show that they willingly and voluntarily signed up for, and she knows the premise of the show. She is admitting that she's not going to give Alfonso an easy time at it, and Alfonso unfortunately likes the drama of it all. He likes to watch her when she goes, and she doesn't mind acting up, even though it diminishes her, and he doesn't mind that cycle that they're both in.
Maybe that's why Dr. Nicole said, hey, look, you guys have got to protect the boundaries, and that starts with you, Alfonzo. That starts with you. You need to say, hey, look, if somebody other than Shay is crossing that boundary, when you're out in the street, or you're out in public, or you're at work or whatever, you need to protect that boundary. You, Alfonzo, need to deal with that, because part of what Shay feels in the way of insecurity is originating from how you roll out in the street.
Yeah, I agree with that, but I also think that Shay came into this relationship with those insecurities. In her relationship with Alfonso, they just blew up. And Shay just needs a lot of counseling and a lot of finding and getting rid of those things, those hurtful things that she keeps in us, because that's where her rage originates from, disrespect. She's a woman who feels like she probably has to fight for everything she gets, because she's continuously being disrespected, even by the man who claims that he loves her.
Right. Dr. Nicole said that she also thought that Shay has a false sense of security. She has this notion that she believes that she can control it, and that's in part what's causing her to react and or respond, or to act out in the way that she does. And I don't think that is going to suit her well, because Dr. Nicole said that you can't control anybody else.
No, you
but
can't.
She obviously thinks, at least to some degree, that she can, which is one reason why she's having so much difficulty.
Well, that will be a miserable life to live, because when Alfonso has to go to work, does she go to work with him? You know what I mean? Does she track him? Does she have a track on him?
She would probably like to, but she don't do that. At least not to my knowledge.
How are you gonna secure a strong relationship when you gotta track the man or the woman down, when you gotta look through their stuff, look through their phone, look through all kind of stuff? It's just too much.
Yeah, way too much.
She can do bad all by herself. That's what I think.
Well, here's the thing. If she continues to not trust the process and kind of go against what Dr. Nicole set up, that's what's going to happen. Because she is going to be her own worst enemy and get in the way of anything that is designed to help her and Alfonso make a decision about which direction they should go.
Right.
Yeah, hopefully she'll get it figured out, but based on the look of the
Next
promotional
week.
Teaser that they had last week, she ain't nowhere near ready to deal with that. As a matter of fact, she was on ready, set, go to act up in public and show her hands off to whoever Alfonso's date was.
Right, and the woman he was dating was ready to go there with her.
Yeah, she picked up a damn plate.
She picked up a plate to settle something.
She was gonna serve her an entree minus the entree, boy. Gonna hook her up.
That's good with the ones and the twos.
Serious? No, with a plate smack. She was gonna plate smack her.
Oh my God!
Like I said, minus the entree. It was about to get ugly. It was about to have food everywhere.
Shay's in such a painful place. It's hard to watch how she is moving and operating, because she doesn't know if she's coming or she's going. At every point, it seems, in this woman's life, they're just hard places, and I don't see her having any soft place to fall.
I think that she's got to come to a point of realization that the way that she's been going about it is going to get her a lot more of the same results if she continues to do that, because it's familiar to her.
Right.
That's the whole reason and or premise for them being, after 3 years of dating, on the show, so that they can get to a point where they can go a different direction, because the direction that they have been going is not working for them.
Alfonso likes drama, so maybe he is putting the pieces in place so that he can have an explosion, and he thrives off of that. These people are in a cycle. I truly believe that it's going to be a hard road ahead for both of them if they don't see what they're doing and stop.
Well, we've already talked about Shay and maybe how, she's kind of like self-destructing in a sense, but as it relates to Alfonso, he needs to get more serious about just this whole thing, especially if he values and or appreciates or thinks about or feels about Shay the way that he claims to.
Right.
Let her know and let Dr. Nicole know that, hey, look, this is your opportunity to fix it. And if you ain't serious about it, then you faking the funk, basically. And you know, you just want to be on a reality-based TV show, just as a little bit of notoriety, what have you. But you still gonna have the same problems at the end of the day that you came on the show with if you don't take the opportunity to use the time that you have with Dr. Nicole constructively and say, hey, look, I got to do something different because what I have been doing ain't been working. It's not working for not only Shay, but it's not working for me. It's not working for us. Right. So he's got to tighten up his game as well. He's got to understand that he's out in the limelight. So what? There's a public person and then there's a private person. If Shay's part of your private life, then you got to honor and respect that and roll with it like that.
Right, because men should be covering their women and protecting them and creating boundaries around them so that they can feel safe. We want to thank you for liking, sharing, commenting. I love the comments that you guys send in. So continue sending us your comments. And please subscribe if you like what you see. We hope you have a blessed day. The arm of protection is always going to be around you, your family, and those that you love. Have a good one. Bless you.
Bye, y'all.
Bye-bye.